Hey guys, welcome to DevOpsSchool. These days, everything is happening in the cloud. Cloud computing is a big shift from traditional way businesses think about IT resources, and Amazon Web Services is the world's broadly adopted cloud platform. So today, we are going to learn about AWS.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOpsSchool certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry-level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
Which I have created. Sorry. Internet gateway is a paid which I have created. NAT gateway is also paid, but I have not created. So I'll just go here and delete. And here everything should be deleted. Delete. So wizard, it helped me to do that, but still you need to know theoretical part. So networking, little bit of you need to understand before you come to this section.
Rajesh, one quick question. So, and all these things can be done through coding, right? Through maybe like Terraform,
yes,
infrastructure as a code.
Terraform.
So this networking configurations that can be done through Terraform also.
Yes. Why not? Terraform, everything you can do. I not one thing. Everything, almost 90%, 95% of the resources can be done with Terraform.
Oh, okay, great.
There is a module, VPC model. Let me show you. Terraform module for VPC. Here it is. You can just copy, paste, and modify whatever you want, subnet, change, and all. See here. This is the module. How do we use it? Here you have a code. You want to pass the parameters. See the sub. This is the which availability zone. This is for EU West. This is the subnet CIDR. This is subnet CIDR. There's only two VPC. Two subnets. You can customize more and little bit more. You can go for it. See NAT gateway, VPN gateway, true. That means it's a paid services. It will create.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now assignment for you, all of you, in this session while recording, you need to find out what is a NAT gateway. Okay, so that's the assignment for you. You have to find out. Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay, so can we have a 5 to 10 minutes of break so we can grab some tea, coffee, and stuff like that, and we'll resume the session?
Yeah.
All of you? Sure. Yeah. Okay, so guys, we'll have a 10 minutes of break at max, so don't be late, and then we'll resume the session.
This conference will now be recorded.
Sure. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a load balancer. Now, guys, in AWS, there's in fact, 4 kind of load balancers are there. Okay, now the questions are like, what are the kind of load balancers we have? So we should go for EC2 instance, which is where's that EC2? Here. And you should go for left side. If you scroll down, a lot of things you get it. But right now, I don't want you to get lost in that. Just look at this one. Do you see that load balancer?
Yep.
Yeah. So just click on it, load balancers. Now here, let me check if I have any load balancers. So I don't have any load balancer. Now here you have to create a load balancer. The moment you go and create a load balancer, the type of load balancers comes into the picture. Now it says, hey, I have an application load balancer, I have a network load balancer, I have a gateway load balancer. Now you'll ask me, Rajesh, and there's one more load balancer, which is the classic one. So now you'll ask me, Rajesh, what is the difference between the applications, network, gateway, and the classic? Now these are all the different technologies which we have. Using that we load balance the applications. Okay, now there's certain technical specifications you have. Again, if you look at this, AWS is very powerful and they have given you so much of data through image itself. So see that application load balancer, you can do the load balancing through HTTP, whereas network load balancer you can do through the TCP. That means IP address and port number. Now gateway load balancer is also there for across the regions, and classic one, which is a legacy one, in fact is going to be retiring soon in 2020. I think this is what. Okay, so these are the classic one works with HTTP also, TCP also, SSL also. Okay, so it was like a kind of load balancer. Now if you should get in depth, if you really find this topic interesting, you should get in depth about the protocol, security, which kind of OSI model, where it works, and all this stuff, because it's all networking sessions. Okay, so you should go and find out more information about it. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one load balancer, and that too also network load balancer. So that means it's work on the UDP port. UDP port means what? So UDP port means TCP port number. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two machines, right? Yes, I am having two machines in fact. So I am having two machines. One is Linux, one is Windows. So I'm going to balance these two machines together. Though the nature of these machines are different, but you should have a balance only one kind of machines. But that's okay for the demo. So yes, you can go ahead and create a load balancer. Now let me tell you here one more thing. You should check the pricing. So because paid services, it's not a free of cost services. It's a paid services, even though with the trial account. Okay, so mind it. So now the question is. I'm just showing you the demo, so I'll just create it and get rid of it. So this is the demo, and do you want the load balancer to be created internal facing or internal? Internal means only to VPC, mind it, inside your VPC. If you say internet facing means outside. Okay, now what do you want? IPv4 dual stack networking map it, which VPC you want? Here this is the VPC. Which regions this you want to map it? So you can select all these things, whichever you want it, which regions and all. Okay, so and then which is the listening port? 80 port. Where's the forwarding port? So right now I'll leave this default actions right now because I have created not a group actually. So I'll leave this and I'll come back to this. So far so good. Listening port 80, target group I have not created it, though you can create it from here also, by the way. And I have a multiple machines, but I want to create a target group by instance or by IP address, by Lambda functions, by application load balancer. So this is a demo TG. Now which is the target group? 80 port number, BPC, this is the one, and all this thing should be okay. So next, now they're asking, hey, select that instance. So I think I created Linux one, this one, and then Windows demo. This is the one machines which I created for you. 80 port on which applications should be running, and here you can review the target. So you should select added, and finally create. So I created target group, finally and I created, it should take me to the last UI, but somehow it's not taking me. So no problem. So I have to go back again. Done. So now you go to the again that UI load balancer, create load balancer, network load balancer, demo named with internet facing, rest of the things will be same, and I'll select all the ASAs. And also you should read this. The more reading you do will be helpful for you. 80. Now I have a demo G, add listeners, that's okay, and create load balancer. That's all. So yeah, again, all this form you must read it with a care, with a little bit of knowledge. But before you create a load balancer, let's say if you don't know the concept of load balancer, you should study that. And here I created load balancer. Now if you go up and scroll up little down, see this is the demo load balancer, listeners. Here 80 port and forwarding at the demo TG, which is on 80 port also. And the problem with this is, you know what? I'm not running anything on 80 ports. If you go to the demo TG target group, see here, there's a two machines of it. Healthy 0, unhealthy 0, unused 0, initial 2. So this is still at the initial level. It will take 2 to 3 minutes to get, all this thing. Health check, you can see that here. You can modify all this health check for the load balancer. Monitoring, you can check this here. And target which instance is added. So by the way, none of this instance I'm not running nothing by the way. So this health status is initial state only, so it will take few minutes of time to get stabilized. Okay, so keep refreshing it if you get it. Wonderful. So this is one. So unfortunately I'm not running anything in that 80 port. So for the sake of demo, I'm going to run in a Linux because that's a faster. So let me go to Linux and I'm going to become sudo and I'm installing this yum. No, it's Ubuntu, right? apt get install Apache 2. It's a web server. I'm installing it just for the demo sake. Yes. Now I created this. I installed this Apache 2. So at least Windows will have nothing on 80 port, but here also at least having something on it. So guys, here mind it and systemctl start Apache 2. Done. Can I check the status if it is running or not? Status run. Can I validate whether it's running or not through IP address? So what is IP address for these machines? Should be here. So this is the machine. No. This is the machines. Correct. So let's see that. Now guys, I'm hitting the 80 port of that machine. It's not accessible. Why? Any reasons? Any clue from your side?
The inbound
security
ports,
groups, guys. Remember that AWS security groups, EC2 security groups. So Linux, which I have not opened 80 port. See here, under the security, click on this is security and edit. See here, only SS and RDP. So I have to add 80 port also. So this is HTTP port, okay? 80. Now, if you say, hey Rajesh, I want to open up all the ports. I'm fed up with these rules and all traffic. Very dangerous, but okay, mind. Okay, so I open up the 80 ports, save it from hello. Hello.
Yeah, hi, right.
Hey, I'm audible.
Yeah, now my thing was frozen actually. So
yeah, sorry. Yeah. So now, yeah. So now you see that retry done. Now I did open up AD port and then enter. See, it's working. Now I'll go and check my load balancers, network load balancers, which has a CEO and forwarding to this one, so AT port, demo TG. See that target to healthy 0, unhealthy 0, this is right one. And this is also at initial stage, so I need to refresh it. See, unhealthy. Why it become unhealthy? Because at that time, that AT port, it was running nothing, both the machines. So just wait for few minutes more, and one has to be healthy, which is Linux, because I see that AT port, it's accessible. So one, now it will become a healthy, and just again, you'll have to wait for, have a little patience. Now, if you don't have a patience, you can modify this health check and you can minimize up to the minimal level. Also, this you can modify also. And I don't want to show you so many options, you get lost. Have a little patience and let's wait for it. Okay, so one will become a healthy. So now the question is, where is the load balancer URL? Let it come. Let me show you the load balancer URL. So you go to the load balancer demo under the description tab. Do you see this one?
Mm-hmm.
So this is your load balancer URL. That means, let me tell you here, anyone hit to this, it will hit to the two machines of your, one is Linux and one is Windows. Now you say, Rajesh, okay, this is the, so what kind of algorithm which is, so these are network load balancers, okay. Application load balancers, you can influence the algorithms also, so depends on that. So here network load balancers, whatever you have available functions which you can do that. AT port number, I am doing this, monitoring is activated, integrated services, not nothing, tags nothing. Okay, so now I'll go and check that we have a demo TG target group number of machines, and here both are unhealthy. Refresh, see here, one healthy, correct now?
Mm-hmm.
So now Linux you have so now you can I hit this URL? So let me show you that URL. This is the URL AD port, okay. So it in the DNS also it will take 10 minutes at least, and you see that here I'm hitting the load balancer, mind it, and it's balancing to the Linux. Why? Because Linux is the healthy one. A load balancer will not divert the traffic to the non-healthy one. Make sense, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So see here, so the traffic is like this. U2, understand that. Look at this whole things, guys. Others I'll create one image, so you will have a visualization in mind. And this is a very important image if you really want to become architect. Very basic level, but at least you have some understanding here. Okay, so this is you. You have a laptop, and this is your end user. You are hitting www.devopsSchool.com. So from there, this request go to DNS server. What is the DNS server, guys? What is the DNS server, guys? Quickly.
It's for name resolution.
So DNS server is something like where conversion happen from the name to the IP address, because you understand that system understand the IP address, but you understand the name. For example, my name is Rajesh, but if I tell you, hey, my name is 12.12.5.6, will you remember this? No, it's very difficult. But if I tell you Rajesh, you'll remember all the time, correct now?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the DNS server conversion. So we type www.devopsSchool.com, and that DNS server convert that name to the IP address. Now this IP address travel to the load balancer, the one which I created, LB, and from here LB it travel to the, let me create it. This is the VPC. Okay, this is a VPC. This travel to, and this is divided into 3 subnets. Okay, I'm quickly creating. So this is a public subnet, this is a private subnet. So here this load balancer hit to the internet gateway, the attached one, and through internet gateway they hit to the, this is the machines, this is the EC2 instance where the server is running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So it hit to the one of these machines, load balancer, and from here again the traffic go to the private subnet, which is app server, and then finally traffic goes to the database server. So guys, if you see that here you have a multiple app server, so internal load balancer also needed. So here you have an internal load balancer also, LB, and here also you need an internal load balancer. Now the question is, how do you create it? Have you seen this somewhere, internal or external? All of you?
Yeah.
So while creating the load balancer itself, you will see the external, internal. Let me show you. So go to the load balancer, create one more, let's say network, create, and here you see. Okay, internet facing means external, internal means, see, look at this private IP address. Okay, so guys, this is the stuff. This is the whole things. So what you did, now you know few things. Now you know how to create a VPC, how to create a subnet, how to create a EC2 instance, how to run applications into that, how to add storage into that, how to protect the security groups, keys and stuff like that. And then you know load balancer. Agree with me, all of you?
Yes.
Now there is a one point which you don't know, and that's called DNS server. Okay, so in AWS, the DNS server, we call it Route 53. Okay, that's the service name, Route 53. So basically, guys, look at my screen here. See that very simple logic. This is a load balancer, which I can access in front of you. I can access this one, but who remember this IP at this name? No one will remember. So what to do? If I give xyz.devopssschool.com, then probably you will remember that, right? Correct now?
Yes.
So what to do? So now you have to make a changes in the Route 53. So where is the Route 53? Just search for it. Route 53. This is the service. Okay. Now here also we have so many things we need to learn, technical terminologies and all. It's like a complete course. Let me tell you, here in AWS, everything is a complete course. Like storage, security, domain and service, networking, everything is a complete course. You have to become pro in everything to use the 5,000 services. It's like that. But right now I'm not complicating too much, just making you comfortable. This is my hosted domain, hosted zone I created. You want to create your own hosted zone, you need to have a domain section. So can you buy a domain? So here you can create a hosted zone, but before that you should be having a domain name. So can you buy the domain? You can buy a domain from many places. Here also you can see registered domain. I don't know how many domains I am having registered. No. So you can say, hey, I want to buy a domain. This domain will cost you $12 for one domain by AWS. You can buy a cheaper domain from the GoDaddy and all stuff like that. So here what we have, let's say Raju Kaka. Let me see that the domain is there or not. And see, it's available. Raju Kaka is available, $12. You can add to cart, make a payment, and you got the domain. So after the domain, what you have to do, cancel. I'm canceling this one. After this, once you get a domain, after that you have to create a hosted zone. Okay, so now you see that here I have a two hosted zone, DevOpsSchool.com and freeebooks.xyz. Now we'll say Rajesh, you have not registered domain, but how you create a hosted zone here? So basically what have happened, I have a domain at a GoDaddy. I change the name server of the domain and I am controlling from here. Now you say, Rajesh, what is the name server, A server, C name server, MX record, this, that. So these are the terminologies which we use it in the DNS server. So again, if you just study a little bit of DNS server terminologies, you will become a comfortable. But yes, just by reading it, you will not understand, because even I did not understand all this stuff. Maybe you can hard code in your mind just for the sake of interview or something like that, but it's very difficult to understand these terminologies without having the real-time experiences. So what you can do, just a little bit of investment, you just buy some domain and then try to see these records and then read it and do the changes, and then you will understand that. For example, MX record for emails, text record for the domain verifications, NS record for the name servers, SO record for the authority, A record for the hostings, C name for the subdomain. So all these have a certain significance actually. So these are the global terminologies, not AWS. Okay, AWS is just a provider for the global platform. So all this you have to understand this. Make sense, all of you?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can buy a one domain. Probably it will cost you 500 rupees in dollars, maybe $10 or something. Okay, and try playing with it. It's just a small investment, but will get you lots of return in terms of learning and experiences. Okay, so now what I did, I control my two domains using this. So that means any changes I do here, it will be effective in the production actually. So let me show you here. And here I'm creating one record. Now what is the record we decided? We decided xyz.devopsSchool.com. So here xyz.devopsSchool.com. What should be the value here? The value should be routing A record or load balancer. So I have a load balancer, right? Let's find out. A, see here, all this you have to understand. So A is the one which I needed, and here I need, see here, you have to insert the IP address actually. A record required IP address, but AWS do not support IP address. You saw that. Let me show you one more time. AWS do not support IP address. Let me go to the load balancer and description. See here, there is no IP address. I got it. So what do we do in this case? So what I will do is I'll go to aliases and check the endpoints, which is a network load balancer. And which is the load balancer? Mumbai region. Where is that Mumbai region? Mumbai. Where is that? Asia, and then here it is. So Mumbai region. What is the name of the load balancer? You remember that? Anyone remember that? Name of the load balancer was, yeah, this one. And here it is. Now this is the algorithm for the load, this one domains. These all algorithms also you have to study. What is the meaning of simple routing? What is the meaning of weights? What is the meaning of geolocation? What is the meaning of latency? What is the meaning of failover? What is the meaning of multi-value answers and stuff like that? These all are studies you have to do that, because you have, remember that in AWS everything is just a click and avail. But you need to understand those terminologies. So you have to become expert in a coding also, networking also, security also, storage also, infrastructure also, DNS also. Every domain you need to become an expert. That's called DevOps. Okay, and then create a record. And you see this, I made the production changes. Now it will take 5 minutes at max, and then you can see the status also. It's a pending, so it will take 5 minutes. And now anyone in the whole world hit to this one, they will be diverted to this one, and this one will be diverted to EC2 instance. Are you understanding, all of you guys?
Yep.
So let me see that if it has effective. You'll have to wait for it. See, it's done. See that. Look at the URL xyz.devopsSchool.com, and you have it. Understood, guys, all of you?
Mm-hmm.
So there's the whole things you need to set it up. Now it's not like you see to create it, you guys created and then okay, I know AWS. No, you need to understand EC2, you need to understand VPC, you need to understand subnet, you need to understand security groups, you need to understand the EBS, you need to understand the EFS, you need to understand S3, you need to understand load balancer, you need to understand domain server, so that only you can run your application in a full-fledged manner. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So Ansu, so far any questions you have?
Not right now.
Faizan?
It's all clear.
Harsh Kumar?
Yeah, not at the moment. I wanna learn this deeper
Prasanna?
first.
I'm good, Rajesh.
Sureka? Okay, so now guys, I'm going to just show you few other services also. I'll not be able to create it because it's so easy, so you'll understand immediately. So guys, do you know GitHub, all of you? At least, you might have heard about it, right?
Yeah, we use it.
Yeah, so you want the GitHub like a hosting services at AWS? If yes, then you should go and check it out, the services which is called developer tools. Click on it. Look at my screen, guys, all of you. I click on it. Now you see that, guys, all of you, please understand this. This is a complete CI/CD DevOps tech. That means
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to 100s of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.